Good afternoon, my dear. I see you're finally awake. You've been sleeping for the past 2 days. I trust you've made yourself at home down here? Oh, well, that is good. That is very good. Yes, 2 days. Some blood rituals have the unfortunate habit of taking it out of you. But you've had an opportunity to rest, and I think it is best we pick up where we left off. Last time we spoke, I feel the two of us may have started off on the wrong foot. It's merely my enthusiasm to see you again. It overwhelmed my better judgment. And I realize now that binding you to the shop was not the right thing to do. How could I seriously expect you to simply spend your days down here in the dark? No, wouldn't be right, far from right. So instead of having you be bound to the store, how would you like to be bound to me instead? I would be careful saying such hurtful things. Unlike you, I took the long way around to get to this point. I have seen so much. Now, are you going to behave? Very good. See, you are learning. Slowly, but steadily. Good. Now, if you continue to behave, I will use your newfound freedom of being bound to me to take you somewhere nice. The good news is transferring the binding spell from the shop to myself should be rather simple. Let us begin with switching the bindings. And just like that, the spell that binds you to the store has had its focus switched from a location to a person. Oh, now might be a good time to mention. I read those books you brought with you. Well, I skimmed them more than anything. Oh, what is a delicate thing like you doing, trying to learn the Arcane? For someone like you, magic is far too dangerous. What did I do with the books? I put them somewhere safe. We don't need those kind of texts filling your head with silly ideas. Besides, my magic need be the only magic you ever rely upon. The next thing we have to address is your mortality problem. Unlike myself, you are not a creature of the Vitae. I should have a book around here somewhere for that. The fall of the Kingdom of Rapture. The Eastern Theocracy. Ah, here we are. The complete writings of the Necromancer King. Let's see here, shall we? Darling, why don't we read this book together? You could rest your head on my shoulder while I ponder over its contents. What have I said about unkind words already? Now, I'm giving you the option to sit here of your own free will. Do not make me give you the wrong sort of encouragement. Very good. Very good. There you are. Oh, please relax, relax. Let yourself get comfortable. Isn't this nice? The two of us sat together. The complete writings of the Necromancer King. These tomes are extremely rare. Many believed that all of the copies of this book were destroyed in the Arcane Purge. Not this last Arcane Purge, mind you. Like I said, the cycle only repeats. The writings direct, partnered immortality. This is what we are looking for. My darling, I know this might seem all quite insane right now. But once you are removed from the cycle, you gain a new perspective, a new understanding of how things work within this world. We've been wandering blindly for so long, and as soon as I was removed from this idea of beginning and end, I understood so much better. I could see the truth. That is the heart of this matter, darling, the beating heart of this matter. Even though I'm here, you feel safe. You just pretend to go about your business. But that's not the way I work. You see, I know that the distance between us is great, but the distance between us in here is minuscule. You might not know it, but our souls are fiercely entangled. We can never escape from one another. No matter how hard we try, and you have so many times, over and over and over and over, and I made the mistake. I did. I was the one. It was my fault. It was always my fault. It was always my fault. It wasn't right. And I've been given the chance to start again. That is what you are. You are a fresh start, a beginning. My apologies. I allowed my emotion to run away with me for a moment. But I believe I have found what we are looking for. The mass transfer of life force. Apparently, the Necromancer King had his eye on his own beloved. In his writings, he repeatedly references the transfer of finite life force in order to sustain two. Although, from what I am reading here, there appears to be much work for us to do. Much work indeed. And it appears that it is time for the less savoury side of myself to become more present. The sacrifices we make for those we care about. Now, there is no need to grow agitated. This is the third time. I told you before you would receive no more warnings. Krista Tidwell. Oh, don't your eyelids feel so heavy now, darling? You feel oh so tired. It's just a small command sent through the link in our blood. Sleep. Sleep. I hope you awaken in a more amicable mood. Good night, darling. When you awake, the next step of our plan should have already come to